Hello viewers, in my previous lecture on Imdadkhani or Etawah Gharana, I had explained mainly about the meaning of Gharana in context to Hindustani music, the origin of Etawah Gharana, how it came into being with Sahib Dad Khan, who initially got the training in vocal from the doyens of Gwalior Gharana, Haddu Hasu Khans, invented Surbahar and developed the style of his own. The Sahib Dad Khan is considered the founder of this Gharana. His own son Imdad Khan, after having the training from his father, developed the instruments and created his own unique style that became the characteristic of this Gharana. Thus, this Gharana came to be known as Imdadkhani Gharana. Imdad Khan's sons Inayat Khan and Wahid Khan further flourished this Gharana and became the most popular sitar and surbahar players in the early decades of 20th century. Ustad Imrat Khan developed this gaiki on sitar, and he gave a new dimension to the crafting and manufacturing of sitar. His structural modifications of sitar are still used in the instrument. In my previous lecture, I had elaborated this Gharana up to Ustad Imrat Khan. In today's lecture, I will talk ahead of this. As I had stated earlier, that Ustad Imrat Khan had two sons, Vilayat Khan and Imrat Khan. Ustad Vilayat Khan stands out as one of the greatest sitar maestro in the later half of the 20th century. So let's begin with the sitar wizard Ustad Vilayat Khan. But first, let's listen to one of his recordings. Born on August 28, 1928, in the village Gauripur, present-day Bangladesh, Ustad Vilayat Khan was the leading sitar maestro of 20th century. He was born and brought up in a family of musicians. Several people influenced his music during his lifetime. Ustad Imrat Khan, his father, Ustad Wahid Khan, his uncle, Ustad Zinde Hasan Khan, his maternal uncle, Ustad Bande Hasan Khan, his maternal grandfather, and many leading vocalists of the time. Ustad Fayaz Khan of Agra Gharana, Ustad Abdul Karim Khan of Kirana Gharana deserve special mention in this regard. Actually, Vilayat Khan was initiated to sitar in his family style known as Imdadkhani or Etawah Gharana. But when he was only 10, his father Inayat Khan died, an untimely death. So much of his training was done from his uncle and Surbahar maestro, Ustad Wahid Khan. Vilayat Khan's mother, Bashiran Begum, belonged to a family of vocalists. So Vilayat Khan and his younger brother Imrat Khan got the training from the vocalists like his maternal grandfather Bande Hasan Khan and maternal uncle Zinde Hasan Khan. Though Vilayat Khan got the training in vocal, sitar and surbahar as well, but he felt the strong responsibility to carry forward his family tradition of sitar playing. He also got the training in sitar from Dhruv Tara Joshi of Lucknow, popularly known as Shri D.T. Joshi, who was the worthy disciple of his father, Ustad Inayat Khan. Thus, his musical heritage, combined with the systematic training and rigorous practice, emerged him as a leading musician of his time, who incorporated Gaikiyang of sitar. This Gaikiyang of sitar became his trademark. Ustad Vilayat Khan preserved the tradition of Imdadkhani Gharana and of his father Ustad Inayat Khan as well. At the same time, he developed Gaikiyang while playing Khyal on it. Prior to this, sitar was considered purely for Tantrakari or Been Ang. He opened the new avenues and the new possibilities in sitar by incorporating Gaikiyang based on Khyal style. By this style, he brought closer to instrument and singing. He made it possible with the emphasis on left hand's technique, especially with the mean of 4, 5 or 6 notes on one fret. His each and every embellishment on sitar complemented to singing. The correct intonation of swars, emphasis on purity, mean of 4, 5 notes on one fret and spartans are the main characteristics of Gaikiyang, which has been adopted by today's numerous sitar players. Ustad Vilayat Khan made a few structural modifications in sitar to match to his Gaikiyang. These include Gol Jwari, 1 joda string instead of 2, replacement of Gharaj tar, that is bass string of Pancham with steel string, and he preferred the tumba, that is the gourd or the resonator of sitar, smaller in size, and avoided the upper tumba of sitar also. Ustad Vilayat Khan's professional career was extensive. He made several international tours. He has numerous recordings and has scored music for several films, including Satyajit Ray's Jalsaghar. He will live forever through his recordings. Listen to one of the recordings of Ustad Vilayat Khan. Ustad Shujjat Khan. Ustad Vilayat Khan is no more, but the tradition of his Imdadkhani Gharana is being carried forward by his illustrious sons Ustad Shujjat Khan and Hidayat Khan, who are professional sitarists. Ustad Vilayat Khan's Gaiki Ang is very well adopted by his son Ustad Shujjat Khan. Shujjat Khan has recorded over 60 albums. He often sings before playing, and his sitar perfectly follows his voice. Ustad Shujjat Khan is also known for his exceptional voice, which he uses for singing folk songs, including his album Lajo Lajo, as well as poetry as in Hazaron Khwaishein Si. Thus, Ustad Shujjat Khan is carrying forward very well the tradition of Etawah Gharana in India and abroad as well. Listen to his sitar.
हजारों ख्वाहिशें हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले बहुत निकले मेरे अरमान बहुत निकले मेरे अरमान.
I feel proud in mentioning that I had the opportunity to listen to Ustad Vilayat Khan and Ustad Shujjat Khan, both live in concerts many times, and also to interview both of them for my queries. Ustad Vilayat Khan's daughter Zila Khan is a Sufi singer from Imdadkhani Gharana, and his Ganda Band Shagird, that is formal disciple. This is worth mentioning that Zila Khan is the first and the only woman of this Gharana who performs in public concerts. Her CDs are also very popular with the masses and the intellects alike. Okay, let me first complete Ustad Vilayat Khan's lineage, and then I will talk about his brother Ustad Imrat Khan and his descendants. Ustad Vilayat Khan took few disciples other than his sons Shujjat Khan and Hidayat Khan. Among his disciples in the lineage of Imdadkhani Gharana are Kashinath Mukherjee, younger brother of film director Rishikesh Mukherjee, Arvind Parekh, Kalyani Roy, Debashish Datta. In Punjab, among Ustad Vilayat Khan's disciples, the name of Professor Narendra Narola is worth mentioning. He got the systematic training from Ustad Vilayat Khan for years together and followed his style perfectly. Thus, he is carrying forward Ustad Vilayat Khan's tradition of Imdadkhani Gharana in India and abroad as well. I, being the student of Professor Narendra Narola, and after receiving from him the professional training in Sitar for many years, feel proud to relate myself too with this great Gharana of Sitar. The next leading exponent is Ustad Imrat Khan. Ustad Vilayat Khan's younger brother, Ustad Imrat Khan, is renowned sitar and surbahar player. In 1952, Vilayat Khan and Imrat Khan moved together in Calcutta. They performed together for many years. From 1960 onwards, Imrat Khan has performed and recorded solo, playing both sitar and surbahar. For decades, Imrat Khan has recorded extensively on both the instruments. Surbahar players are very rare today, and Ustad Imrat Khan is the main living exponent of surbahar. He has widely toured in Europe, America, and East and Southeast Asia, and carried forward the legacy of Imdadkhani Gharana. Currently, Ustad Imrat Khan is teaching classical Indian music at Washington University in St. Louis. Amongst Ustad Imrat Khan's 5 sons, Nishat, Irshad, Wazahat, Shafatullah, and Azmat Khan, Nishat Khan is noted sitarist. Irshad Khan is well versed in both sitar and surbahar. Wazahat Khan is an accomplished srot player, and Shafatullah is a noted exponent of tabla, and he plays sitar and surbahar too. The surbahar tradition is largely upheld by Irshad, who has made some very traditional solo recordings. Ustad Imrat Khan's son, Wazahat Khan, who is a noted srot player, also got the training in sitar from Ustad Vilayat Khan and is carrying very well the tradition of Imdadkhani Gharana. Ustad Imrat Khan often plays on surbahar in the accompaniment of his sons Wazahat Khan on srot and Nishad Khan on sitar. Listen to one of their recordings. To sum up today's lecture, we can say that in the early decades of 20th century, Ustad Inayat Khan and his younger brother Wahid Khan dominated Imdadkhani Gharana. While in the later half of the 20th century, sitar wizard Ustad Vilayat Khan opened the new avenues in sitar with his Kaikiyang. He also made some structural changes in sitar to suit his Kaikiyang. His sons Shujjat Khan and Hidayat Khan followed his style and carried this tradition in India and abroad as well. On the other side, Ustad Vilayat Khan's younger brother, Ustad Imrat Khan, the noted sitar and surbahar player of the later half of the 20th century, along with his sons, is following Imdadkhani Gharana's tradition. About the other exponents of Imdadkhani Gharana, like Ustad Wahid Khan, the younger brother of Ustad Inayat Khan and son of Imdad Khan, and his descendants, and also about the disciples' lineage of this Gharana, I will talk in my next lecture. Thank you.